What's good, everybody? This is Dario Hunt from Living Life Fearless, and I'm back with another reaction, this time to Everything's for Sale by Boogie. So let's talk about it. While I have heard the name Boogie and I have been somewhat aware of him as an artist, I have never really checked out his music before. But of course, once you hear that Eminem has signed a new artist or Eminem Aftermath Interscope has signed a new artist, you kind of pay a bit more attention. And seeing as this is his major debut project, it was something I had to check out and see for myself. Now, I approach this very cautiously because while Eminem is himself a legend in hip hop and rap and, seemingly everything he touches turns to gold for himself, he has a far less stellar track record when it comes to artists that he signs, especially even just putting them out. So the fact that he is even out was a bit surprising. I mean, you can think back to like the Cassius days and those early 2000s when he had a whole roster of artists that just seemingly never appeared with anything. So I definitely headed into this with a healthy dose of skepticism. I think the best thing that I could say about the album after the first couple listens is that it really doesn't feel like a shady product at all. It doesn't really feel like Eminem had too much input in the sound or the direction that he took, because it really feels very insular and very laser focused on his own, desires and just his own style. If anything, it really feels like this could have come out of, like, say, the TDE camp, where they are really hands off and they really let those artists, kind of come up with their own sound, their own direction, their own image, and the projects always come out feeling like it is very close to their original visions. So he certainly has, his own style, and he doesn't really switch things up at all throughout the entirety of the project. It is a very somber and melancholic album, and it stays that way from beginning to end. There are no trends here. There is no auto-tune here. There doesn't feel like there's any gimmicks outside of Eminem. There are not a lot of features. It is just pure content. So this being, a big commercial success is very doubtful, but that doesn't even seem to be the point here. The point here is that he is a very good artist. He produces solid music. His lyrics are mostly on point. While he isn't the most technically, astounding rapper, he does piece together some interesting bits and verses here and there. And, everything he says seems to have like real weight behind it. He seems like an artist in like the truest sense of the word when it comes to hip hop. So in that sense, I really appreciate what he did here. He had a vision and he stuck to it. And he did not falter. He did not waver. He did exactly what he set out to do. But honestly, while it is a very solid project and a very solid debut and introduction to who Boogie is as an artist, it isn't the most exciting project, and it isn't something that, you would consider groundbreaking or is really going to shift people's opinions one way or the other about him, but it does let you know who he is and what he is all about. It's mood music that has something to say, and it is going to cater to a very specific crowd. I did really enjoy the few moments that he did kind of cut loose a bit, like on Self-Destruction, and I would even say maybe on Raining Days. So I would like to see a bit more of that side of him incorporated into the music. But hopefully, he kind of evolves and figures out how to balance the two different sides of, two different approaches to music in the future. But until then, this is just a very, very solid project that, I don't have too many complaints about. But it's not something that is going to, I think, last me until the end of the year in terms of stacking up to everything else that is to come. But I definitely see the massive potential that he can have as an artist because he has a firm grasp of, what he wants to do. I think he has a great ability to be an entertaining act as well. And I think you can see that in some of his music videos and a few songs here and there. I just think he just needs to do a better job of balancing the two in the future. But for those of you that didn't hear Everything's for Sale, what do you guys think about it? Do you think this was a great debut for him? Do you wish he kind of, incorporated a bit more exciting and bright spots throughout the album? Let me know in the comments down below, and be sure to head over to the official site where you can leave your own ratings to this album, other albums, and everything else I react to over there on the site. And if you like any of the gear that I rock in these videos like this or this, you can also head to the site and grab some for yourself. And if you have anything that you personally like when you react to, you can also let me know in the comments down below. As always, thank you guys for joining me. If you're liking these videos, please smash that like and subscribe button for me. I will be back showing more reactions. But until then, I will catch you guys soon. Peace.